All right, I'm in the LSU practice facility with the great Alexis Morris. She's a fifth-year senior with the LSU Tigers. Alexis, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
That's a firm handshake right there. This girl's got some power, and this team has had some power this year. You guys are having a good time.
We're having a great time. This is great, just to see, I played against LSU last year, so it's, amazing to see, this team, with the addition of me and Coach Mulkey, make a complete turnaround. So it's really fun right now. We're having a great time.
Well, I want you to relax real quick as I read off some of your numbers. You can say, yeah, I did that.
always humble and poised.
Yeah. Well, for a few seconds here. So LSU's on a 6-game winning streak. The last 6 games, Alexis Morris, 20 versus Kentucky, 17 at Ole Miss, 26 versus Georgia, 25 at A&M. Oh, by the way, she scored 30 against A&M the first time. You're pretty good against your old team.
Pretty good, yeah.
Obviously. 23 at Mississippi State, 20 versus Florida. So you have really been lighting it up. Are you just more confident right now than you've ever been?
I'm definitely more confident than I've ever been, but I'm also more comfortable on the floor, just playing for Coach Mulkey, a previous coach I've played for and always wanted to play for. She gives me, she's basically giving me the green light, and that's all I've been wanting for in my career. But I'm definitely playing with the high confident. I'm poised. I'm relaxed on the floor. I'm confident in myself and my teammates. And I also put in a lot of work behind the scenes. Yeah. I do a lot of extra work. So, that also helps with my confidence. Confidence, it doesn't start when the lights come on. It's what you do behind the cameras.
Sure. And I think that's a message. You're a young person, but even a message to younger people. Just show up and it happens.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime of commitment, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that shot you made at the end of the first half against Georgia. I was joking with you about it the other day. I think Kevin Baptiste, who works for us, he said you were on Burbank when you shot it, but you swished this thing and kind of had this look like, what? Yeah, that's right. I did that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I had like we were just talking about confidence. I had the confidence to take it, and I feel like it takes a lot of guts to pull up from the logo. And I had it that night. I was in the moment, in the zone. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes you don't even remember what you're doing when you're in the zone, because you're in the zone. Yeah. It's like you're just in that mode. You're in a
dream state.
Yeah, you're locked in. Yeah, it's like you're in the promised land. So it's like I just feel like shot coming down, shot clock is winding down. Take the shot.
Reigning SEC Player of the Week, right? To get that award.
It's an honor. Yeah.
And the guards on this team, Kramer Robertson, Kim Mulkey's son, we had a conversation the other day. He's watched his mom throughout her career. He said, I think this is the best collection of guards that she's ever had. And that's saying something, considering who she's coached in the national champions.
Yeah. This might be the best guards I've ever played with since I've been in college.
And you've been at 4 different schools, right?
I've been at 4 different schools. The tenacity, the relentlessness, and the confidence that Kayla plays with and Cherry plays with, and we all feed off of each other, and we know that we are the key to this team going. However far the team goes, it will determine on our performance each game and our defensive performance. So we have to be almost excellent every game, whether our shots are falling, and if they're not falling, we are the key to this engine to make us go. Yeah. So I think we are. I think we're the best guards in the SEC, humbly speaking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've looked. There's been games where I've looked at the box score and the team scores 73 and the 3 guards
65.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This girl knows her stats. There was only you, Kayla Pointer, and Jalen Cherry.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just scoring so much. But we should give credit, at least the latest and greatest. On Sunday, for whatever reason, Kayla just goes 1 of 17. It's going to happen someday along the line.
It's going to happen. You're going to have off nights.
Jalen can't hit. You scored 10 of your 20 at the free throw line. But the bigs, Faustine and Autumn Newby, came up big, and then Hannah Gusters had probably the biggest 6 points you'll ever see in a box score.
It's crazy that you mentioned Hannah. I just was with Hannah. She was taking some photos with me, and I told her, you don't understand how big and important those 6 points were during the time of the game. You basically started off, you gave us the momentum. You gave the team confidence, and you gave the other post players confidence. Ball started playing great after Hannah scored her first bucket. Autumn started playing. Autumn was playing amazing the whole game. She was getting rebounds. She was guarding I think Merritt on Florida team. She was playing great relentlessly the whole game. And then Foss woke up with the big time blocks. Like, they just started feeding off of each other. And for the guards, it had to make us proud. Like, I know I was proud just to see them. You know, we've been stressing as a team. Coach Mulkey has been stressing we need more post-production. So to see them actually produce in a clutch, crunch time of a game, like, that was really, like, that made me happy. Like, I love that, especially like Foss with them big time blocks.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Love you, Foss.
Those LSU students by the end of the game were doing this as Foss was doing this on 2 shots there in the paint there in the closing moments. Huge. And so, yeah, Kim Mulkey said that in the post-game press conference. We've pushed them. We've challenged them.
Yeah.
We need more offense in the paint, and on that occasion, for Florida, look at the box score and see the 3 of you guys go 9 of 47, and we lost the game. They got to be frustrated.
Yeah.
For that to happen.
It's very frustrating, especially like we live and die with our mid-rangers. I feel like we can get to any spot we want to because we're quick enough, and that's me being humble again. But it's just our abilities. We can, and when we're off like that, I know we have to find a better way to score the ball. Because sometimes, like you said, we went 6 for
9 for 47.
9 for 47 from the field. That's very frustrating, especially when we live off our mid ranges.
Yeah. Well, there's as much as you practice shooting. When I was growing up, they said defense is always there. Defense, if you're a good defensive player and you give the effort, you can have good defense every game. Offense will come and go at times.
Yes, it will, absolutely.
And so Kayla, whatever reason that day, a little short, a little long, just that kind of stuff happens. But it's the things where, like Jalen Cherry, for example, she's not shooting her best, but still in the fourth quarter she dives on the floor for a ball. Big time play.
That's a possession. It gave us the possession.
Yeah. That's something that maybe doesn't show up or you don't look at in a box score. Huge play.
A lot of things don't show up on the stat sheet. That's very important. It could be a deflection. They don't show deflections on the stat sheet, but you just deflected the ball to your teammate ahead of the pack for an assist, 2 points for us. So it's a lot of things, a lot of important players that don't show up on the stat sheet. And those are the players like Cherry and Autumn. They do a lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet. But those are the players who are so important for the team chemistry. Because you need somebody who wants to do the dirty work or wants to do the things that nobody wants to do. Like, every team needs those type of players. Like, so thankful and grateful for those too.
And if you look at your team record, you're 23-4. So somebody who maybe not paying attention says, 23-4, they just must be running over people. But to your credit, and to Coach Mulkey's credit, I feel like you guys are squeezing every drop out of this team to win these games because these are wars every game.
Yeah, it's a battle every game, man, especially last game versus Florida. Me and Kayla were talking mid-game. We were like, we know we're having an off night right now, but we have to find a way to win this game. It's not going to be offensively. It's going to be what we do on our defensive end. So we have to keep each other encouraged. Like, we know we're out here. We're in a war right now, baby. Like, we got to get this done. So Coach Mulkey, she knows everything. She knows nothing is going to be easy in the SEC. Nothing is easy in the SEC. I played for A&M last year, and we won the conference, but we didn't blow teams out.
Didn't LSU beat you a couple times last year?
LSU beat us once.
Once, not twice. Okay, I couldn't remember.
But no, they beat us once.
Okay.
First 2 times I didn't play.
Okay.
I didn't play when A&M came to LSU, and when
not on her record.
Exactly. Not on my time.
I had nothing to do with that.
That's
what I used to say when I sat the bench in high school. Team loses, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't play.
I know it may sound real selfish, but no, I didn't contribute. I didn't contribute to those wins and those losses. But when we played them in the SEC tournament, yeah.
Well, it's been a lot of fun to watch this team, to watch it grow and mature and win. What's it like for you? Kind of to be blunt and honest, even before COVID, you go to the PMAC fire shotgun, I feel like sometimes I'm not hitting anybody. People weren't coming to the games. This year, you had 9,000 against South Carolina. This past game, over 13,000. It seems like the crowds have been consistent around 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 people. What's it like to play in that arena with that energy?
Man, to be honest, the feeling is indescribable. But like when you're in the moment, it's like, man, you don't get nervous. It just gives you like a fire, like it lights a fire in your rear end. Like, it's time to go, baby. Like, all these people came out here to support you. You don't want to let them down. it's motivating and it's inspiring. Like, all these people are out here to support us. We got to put on a show. Like, we got to give them a reason to come back. So and we're very thankful for our fans. Like, we love our fans. I know I truly and honestly look forward to seeing the PMAC packed from this point on out. And we're going to give them a reason to come back and support us. But I'm just really thankful and grateful. Like, man, the environment, the atmosphere. Just like last night, 2 days ago when I was shooting my free throws, it got quiet. And when I hit them, boom, the arena just went off. Like, that makes me feel like you're doing something good. It's like a pat on the back.
And a funny moment in the press conference after the game, down the stretch, Faustine, for whatever reason, didn't go out and guard the young lady for Florida. I think she was in the corner, made a tray.
Come on, Faust. She's gonna understand. That's the insider between us.
So the lead gets cut to, was it one?
Two. 59-61.
So Alexis gets the ball and gets fouled, and she's like, well, this is more pressure than I wanted because Faust gave up that tray.
Yeah.
But you were 10 of 12 from the free throw line. You missed one, and Kim Mulkey brought that up in the post-game press conference as a compliment to you because you said, I missed that one. That's a big miss because instead of being up 4, we're up 3.
Yeah, that's what made it a one-possession game. And I said that was probably the most, because of what had just happened prior to the free throws, that was the most important free throw because, like I said, it was a one-possession game. So I was like, out of all of the free throws I had shot in that clutch moment, that was the most important one. Because I think that's the only time I had given them a one-possession game. So I was like, yeah, that's the most important one. I was fired up. I was a little mad about it, but I was like, we get the ball back, I'm going to knock the next 2 down. Just step on the free throw line, stay poised, and knock them down. Yeah. Free throws are hard for some people, but I shoot them all the time. It's like another shot. Yeah.
It's an interesting thing, right? You're supposed to make them. I wouldn't like it when an arena is roaring, like you said, and everybody gets quiet. It's like, oh, this is like a golfer trying to make a putt or something,
Well, I'll be honest with you. It starts with your head. Yeah. The first thought. So as soon as you step on the line, your first thought is usually it'll dictate your end result. So if you get on the line, like, oh crap, 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna miss. But if you get on the line, you're like, okay, I got this. Relax, breathe, shoot your shot. It's all mental. It's literally all mental.
You do the same thing every time, right? You're supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's 2 dribbles, spin the ball, shoot, do that every time.
Yeah, you're supposed to do the same routine. Yeah, even if you miss or make it, don't ever change your routine.
Yeah.
Like, don't ever change your routine.
Yeah. And LSU wins the game. You just said a while ago, as you guys are on a 6-game winning streak down the stretch here at the PMAC, technically, you only have 1 home game left, Alabama, Thursday. But tell us what's going to happen, Alexis. Or what could happen?
Drum roll. Can I get a drum roll? We're going to be hosting the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament here, baby, in Baton Rouge at the PMAC. And we need to pack the game. 13,000 people. We need y'all again. We need y'all to come back out and support us again, baby.
So you feeling good about that? You feling good about
absolutely
hosting and
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be something. It hadn't happened in a long time. Grant's over there. He's a sports information director. He could probably tell us. 2014, 8 years ago, last time LSU, which I think was the last time LSU went to the Sweet 16 or won a game in the tournament, period.
2014?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's right. It's been that long. COVID cut off the 2020 season. That team, I think, would have gotten a shot in the NCAA tournament, but we don't know about that. But yeah, every week you guys are doing something historic.
Yes.
Hadn't happened in a while.
Yes.
For example, the rankings come out this past week. You're number 8 in the country.
Yes.
LSU has not been ranked this high, this late in the year since Sylvia Fowles' last year here. That was 2008.
Wow.
14 years ago. Tampa, Florida up there. See that Final Four? I was there.
Wow. You were there?
I was there. Unfortunately, well, it was great to be at a Final Four. And I'm just rambling here, but I think there was a girl by the name of Alexis Hornbuckle for Tennessee. She hadn't scored a bucket the whole game. Candace Parker drove and missed, but Alexis got it, put it back, and LSU lost by 1 point.
That's a heartbreaker. Ooh, that's a heartbreaker. I feel for them. Like, I genuinely feel for them.
Yeah, 48-47. And not to turn the knife on the past, Alexis, but LSU probably would have won the national championship because Tennessee was more difficult than the team they would have played. But anyway, you guys are making history. That's the last time they were ranked that high. So,
well, Well, you know, Coach Mulkey, I'm going to give credit to Coach Mulkey because you have to give credit to Coach. Nothing much has changed, but the coaching, and she just added me to the team and Coach Mulkey and her staff. Yeah. And that's not to discredit the past staff, but I'm saying obviously she's doing something different to ignite this team and to light a fire in this team for us to accomplish what we've accomplished. So I give a lot of that credit to Coach Mulkey and obviously our abilities because we are the ones out there performing. But you know, what she stands for, her passion, her intensity, when she comes into practice expecting nothing but greatness, it shows. It shows in each and every individual, even the players who don't get as much playing time.
She's made it clear in interviews, post-game, press conferences, look, I inherited a veteran team.
Yes, exactly.
I inherited a veteran team. Now, the veteran team was 9-13 last year, and they're now 23-4. And the biggest additions are you and Hannah, Autumn Newby.
And Autumn. Sorry.
Nikki Fargas and her staff had recruited Autumn, so she was coming over.
Yeah, I forget. Sometimes I forget that Autumn wasn't on the team last year because they're all so close. So I just thought, I always forget. Autumn's a transfer as well. Yeah, but yeah, of course, me, Autumn, and Hannah, big key differences. Yeah. We make a difference.
But not a overhaul. Like I've been around here long enough to know when a new coach takes over, a lot of times it's 10 new players out of the 14 or whatever.
Exactly.
So just coaching up, and it's just good to see players like Faustine, who have struggled at times, enjoy something like this.
Yeah, I mean, I played against Faust last year, and I'm gonna give her a lot of credit right here. I played against Faust last year at A&M. I told you I didn't play in those games, but I watched her play, and I was impressed. I was like, I like this girl. I like this post player. I would love to play with her someday, and it's crazy how it worked out. But I liked Faust. I've been liking Faust's game. Whether she's consistent or inconsistent some nights, we all have inconsistent nights. It's a part of the game. Sure. You know, we're all bad some nights. We're not gonna always be 30 points and 10 for 10. You know, it's just how it is. But you know, I feel like Faust has been a key difference maker to our success this year.
Kim Mulkey, Hall of Fame coach. Some would say old school, and some would say it's harder to be old school these days with social media and different things. Do you like old school? She says everybody needs somebody to push them and to bring out the best in them.
Do I like old school? I think it's kind of like what I'm accustomed to. I'm accustomed to old school. Coach Mulkey, Gary Blair, Coach Stringer from Rutgers. I've only played for old school Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
So it's
Vivian Stringer, that's impressive too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Love Vivian. She was great. She was a great inspiration, great role model.
And
for
Blair.
Me.
Yeah, these are Hall of Famers.
Yeah, exactly. But I like old school. I mean, it's definitely a different approach than these new school coaches and the new generation. Definitely tougher to play for because most of them are kind of stuck in their ways and they want it done how they want it done, which is fine. Either you can get the job done how they want it or you can't. And, you know, and simply they'll move on, or you'll come along.
Right, right. And you've been a person that's transferred several places. Yeah. So I guess there's always that talk of, well, she's going to get upset if I coach her too hard, and she's going to hit the transfer portal, or she's going to leave, or whatever. Not you in particular. I mean, like players these days.
Yeah.
So that's a new dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm gonna just talk about myself specifically because I don't really know I don't know if that's the narrative when it comes to other players. But I know for me, I don't think that's ever been the case.
You were punished. I don't want to cut you off real quick, but when you went to Rutgers, you had to sit out a whole year.
Yeah, I sat out a whole year. I was injured. I had to medically withdraw from school. It was crazy experience. But you know, all of those experiences made me who I am today. It's the reason why I'm still standing here at LSU. You know, I feel like honestly, me transferring to multiple universities, it was never my intentions. I never went to A&M and was like, I'm gonna stay here for a year and I'm gonna get out of here. No, when I went to A&M, when I went to Rutgers, my mind was made up, this is where I'm gonna finish. Wherever I start is where I finish. That's always been my mentality. Mm-hmm. And whatever I do here, I won't do anything, I won't harm myself again. I won't put myself in a position to where I'm the reason why I have to leave. I won't self-inflict myself no more as what I did at Baylor. So it's yeah, I've always had the mentality where wherever I start, I'm going to finish. Every destination I stopped at.
You didn't mean to hop schools?
No, I never wanted to.
Circumstances outside of yourself, maybe that.
Yeah, I never
forced you
wanted.
out.
Yeah, I never, man. I truly, honestly, never wanted to go to so many universities. But maybe that's just what my journey was supposed to look like.
Yeah, and a tip of the hat real quick to Bob Starkey. I think Bob Starkey, longtime LSU assistant coach. He coached men too. He coached Shaq with Dale Brown back in the day. And in 2007, there was a late coaching change in the year he took over as the head coach. And when LSU, in my opinion, played the best game I've ever seen them play in person, they whipped UConn and Gino Auriemma in Fresno, California to go to the Final Four. He was the head coach that day. I noticed on social media he's out there, anytime some Alexis Morris thing goes out, he retweets it or likes it or something. So he's obviously happy for you and your success too.
Yeah, let me just speak on Coach Bob Starkey. Coach Bob, for one, I love you. When I was at A&M, he was somebody I could talk to. I can go sit in his office and talk to him about anything. I didn't do it often because of the mental space I was in during that time. But when I did talk to him, he helped me see basketball through a different lens, a different perspective. And he doesn't even know how he's impacted me to this day. I still think about the little conversations we had. Like, he told me, Lex, you have to remember your why. Like, what is your why? Like, why are you still doing this? And I'm like, you can't say because you love the game, okay? Everybody, if you're playing at this level, you gotta have some type of love for the game, right? So he's like, you gotta find out your why, whether it's your family, whether it's your grandmother, whether it's you're trying to get these things out of life, a house, a car, whatever it may be, you need to figure out your why, and then you need to go from there. So once, like, I came in tune with why am I still doing this? Why am I still going through all of this to play basketball? It helped me so much. Like, everything instantly started clicking.
What's the why?
My why do I still?
Yeah, you said you found it. What is it?
My family. Myself. Since I was 8 years old, I had to remember. I told my mom my dream. I'm not going to vocalize my dream, but I told my mom what I wanted to do. And she took me outside at night. She woke me up out of my sleep one time. She took me outside. We had a red expedition at the time. She sat me in the car. She said, I was like 8 or 9. She said, look in the sky. She said, pick a star. She said, pick any star you want. You don't have to pick. I picked the star. She said, there's no limit on what you can do in life or what you want to be or whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, you do it. She said, the sky's the limit, and that's your star. That's your star. The one you just picked, that's your star. And like, that's my why. Like, I remember what I told my mama when I was 8 years old, leaving school. I told her, this is what I want to do. And she said, if that's what you want to do, I'm going to make sure I can do any and everything for you to accomplish what you want to do.
Wow. If you walk outside on a clear night, can you still find that star?
I can find that star.
You know where it is?
I know where it is. It's right up to the right. So whatever star is to the right of me when I look up, that's the star. I was like, I want that one. I want that star.
You learned that in school a long time ago, the Milky Way and the
I don't remember that far back, man. I don't remember that far back.
You can find that star, though.
Yeah, I can find that star, exactly.
On a clear night in South Louisiana here in the spring, you can find it. So we all know what it's like to try to grow as a person and try to be better than what you were yesterday. And then you also kind of know the battle of, hey, I'm not where I want to be today, perhaps, but you can't keep punishing me for yesterday at the same time, too.
Yeah.
Right? So, so you start with Kim Mulkey as a freshman at Baylor. Now you're playing for her as a senior. It's a blank canvas for you to talk to me about that journey for you.
So, yes, I played for Kim my freshman year. Went all around the world to get back to Coach Mulkey. And everyone, like you just said, everyone always wants to know, why would you ever come back and play for a coach who dismissed you? It's because what she stands for, literally, her morals and her beliefs. My beliefs and my morals align with her. It just so happened I had to grow up, period. I had to grow up. I needed to mature in areas of my life that I thought wasn't important, like discipline and being on time and, you know, looking presentable and knowing the difference between perception and reality. Sometimes how you're being perceived isn't always your reality, but how you're being perceived is your reality, if that makes sense, right?
Sure, yeah.
So I'm like, I leave, and everything I had lost when I was with her, instantly I knew I needed it. I needed that discipline. I needed that structure. I needed that organization. in order to be who I am today. So it was just the small things. It wasn't her coaching or her coaching style. It had nothing to do with basketball. It was more so like the life lessons to make me the complete person, or to make me the better person that I am.
And there was a weight involved in that too. You waited, what, 3 years?
Yeah.
To reconnect with her.
Yeah. And time, what people say, time heals, and time will reveal. You know, I feel like time helped me deal with a lot of the issues I was facing in my life, and it also revealed in the end who I truly and honestly am, who I am.
Do you remember, was it a phone call to her? Coach, I want to come back. Do you see her face to face? How did you reconnect with her?
God. The grace of God, man. The grace of God.
Yeah. There was a great moment this year during a press conference when you said, I just wanted to play for Coach Kim. And she reached over and kind of rubbed your head, you know, like you were one of her children. You know, that was cool.
Yeah, she is like a mother figure to me. You know, she's like, she provides tough love, and I feel like I need tough love sometimes. And sometimes that's how you get the best out of me, and she knows. She knows when to push, she knows when not to push. She knows when to joke, when to play. Like, you know, a lot of things, our relationship, a lot of things she can say to me, she can't really say to a lot of players. I think that's what's making our relationship thrive even better now.
Yeah.
You know, because I understand her, she understands me. We got a little connection. I love Coach Mulkey. You know, when I was younger, when I was a freshman, she used to always tell me, like, you're a front runner. You only can produce when everything's good. Like, she just always used to pick with me. I don't know why, but maybe because, I don't know, maybe she just sees something in myself that I don't know yet. I don't know.
Well, they always say if the coach stops talking to you and stops pushing you, then you really need to worry.
Need to worry, yeah. I'm not worried, yeah. I ain't worried.
Well, coming out of high school, you were averaging 31 points a game.
Yeah.
You were little Steph Curry out there, right?
Yeah. And I just won state. I got me a ring too, baby, before I left.
So you were feeling yourself, as the kids say.
Probably so. But I was humble real quick. You know, I had a senior point guard, Christy Wallace, when I came in. I had some veterans that were tough but good to be around. Like, they were great vets, but they wasn't expecting anything less than greatness. So you couldn't come in there and basically BS in practice. Like, everything was taken very serious. Like, you know.
Yeah. You sound a lot like Kramer Robertson, Kim's son. I mean, he came to play baseball here at LSU thinking he's the man. I did all this stuff in high school, blah, blah, blah. And his first 2 years, he wasn't very good. And then by the end, he flourished and was a star, and he played for a national title and all that. So,
but that's the difference between me and the King of Louisiana. I produced my freshman year.
You did, yeah.
I produced.
That was a bad comparison in one regard.
I produced, but nothing against Kramer. Kramer's great. Like, you know, he still has a great work ethic. Every night I'm on the phone and I'm like, well, y'all trying to come shoot? Like, I'm swinging right now. Okay, well, you know, whenever you finish lifting and working out, you know, then come see me. You know.
Yeah.
That's how Late Night Lex came about.
Late Night Lex.
Late Night Lex. I'm always in the gym putting up some type of shots or working on my game some way.
Locally, Gordon McKernan, the very well-known attorney, you were his first ever name, image, and likeness deal, the first NIL deal. Before Keishawn Butte and all these football players, Alexis Morris was the first one that he signed, and spoke highly of you and your story and how respectful you were. And Chet Boudreaux, who's a great attorney over there, he says you walk in and everyone just flocks to you. You know, you draw a crowd. They love you, love to talk to you and everything. We've seen just in your short period of time how college athletics have changed. You went from a young lady who transferred to Rutgers, had to sit out a whole year, to now being able to do name, image, and likeness deals, play immediately at LSU. How has that affected your performance or affected your life? Obviously, you're playing at a high level, so it hasn't been a distraction to you or anything.
Yeah, it's definitely not a distraction. It's really more honoring than anything, because it's like, as like someone like me with my journey, I honestly have like doubted, like, will people even want to sign me? Like, will they even want to work with me due to my past? But I've come across great people like Gordon McKernan and Chet, who believe in second chances. You know, they believe in giving people second chances. They know people make mistakes. Like, they know that's how life works. And plus, I was young. Yeah. It's not an excuse, but that's just what it is. What it was.
Sure.
You know, so like, these NIL deals, like, I'm very honored and I'm grateful, and I hope they do keep rolling in, you know, give me a little extra money to save up, you know, because when you leave college, it's very important to have some money in your pocket. You don't want to leave college broke, especially now, where we have the extra benefit to get paid. You know, like back then when Simone and Sylvia were playing, they didn't have these extra benefits. They barely had nice facilities. So it's like, we're really grateful. Any player playing in this era should be really grateful for everything that we're getting now, because it's not because what we're doing.
And plus the opportunities are different. If you would have come here from the get-go, I wish you would have been here 4 years. We could have covered you 4 years or whatever.
Right.
But you wouldn't have been tempted to go pro because the money is not there for a WNBA player, as opposed to all the men who want to get in and out as quickly as possible.
Right, exactly. So it's more so like I said, it's just very honoring, you know, to be getting these deals. And I want to give credit to the people who came before us. A lot of credit to those players, because it's not nothing that we're doing. The new generation, we're not doing nothing no different. It's what the work and the time that they put in that we're able now to receive all these benefits, you know. Because NIL is a benefit, you know, and it's also like giving respect. And I feel like giving the players what we deserve too, in a way.
Sure.
Like, it's not just an extra benefit, but it's also like what we deserve, because we do bring in a lot of revenue for the NCAA. So it's like, you know,
especially in television.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
people are watching.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we do bring in a lot of money for the NCAA, and nothing against the NCAA. You know, we love what they stand for. We love the platform that they allow us to be on, and they allow us to express ourselves and do what we love to do. But, you know, can we get a little bit of the money?
Well, you got to do your first kind of. You signed the deal. You got to do your first kind of, if I call it commercial or ad or promotion with them the other day. You gave your teammates some shoes.
Oh yeah, I did. Shout out to Gordon. Thank you, Mr. Cool, for partnering with me and allowing me to do that for my teammates. You know, I want to give a lot of credit to Gordon, because me and Gordon stand for the same things, like his morals, his beliefs. He believes in giving back, and that's also one of my whys why I kept going, because I wanted to keep progressing in life, keep elevating in life, so that one day I can give back to the youth, give back to the young ones, and give back. So I just want to thank Gordon for that opportunity. But yeah, I brought it to Gordon. I told him, I'm like, Gordon, well, I didn't tell him. I asked him. I said, Gordon, I want to do something really special for my teammates. These girls have been here for 4-5 years, and this year we're fortunate enough to have this much success. So I just want to give them a small token along the way to let them know that me being a newcomer, I appreciate, for one, you all just accepting me in and allowing me to be me. Because sometimes it's hard to come in and join a team of a group of veterans, and then you come in and you're shining how I'm shining. Sometimes it's hard for you to be accepted. Yeah. Sometimes people will push you out, like, you know, you'll be on your own.
That new girl, huh?
Yeah, exactly, you know, like the new, yeah, exactly. So it's like, I just wanted to give them a little token, let them know, like, I love y'all, man, and I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Just for being y'all, and, you know.
Well, Grant's giving me the rap sign, and I really appreciate it. I've been talking to you for a long time here.
Yeah.
And you gonna be back next year?
I'm coming back next year.
Come back next year.
I'm coming back.
Year number 6. You heard it here.
Is it year number 6, or would it be like year number 3? Because I only played my freshman year.
6 years since you got out of high school. Right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. 2017. You're right. 6 years.
Well,
dang, I'm old.
No, you're not. I'm glad you're coming back. Great personality. Great jump shot.
Great jump shot.
Great player.
Thank you.
You shoot like you're almost 50% from the field, almost 80% from the line. So you're doing work, and we look forward to wherever this season takes you. I don't know where it's going to take you in March Madness, whatever. It'll be one that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. That's the goal. We're trying to go as far as we can.
Alexis Morris, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right.